scarring. That small bruise should clear up in no time.
I think about all the time I spent hating my face and trying to hide it. And telling you all those stories about how ugly I felt. And now I can like myself inside and out. And you are a medical wizard. I mean, you are amazing. Thank you for everything.
You've more than paid me back. I think I can safely say my technique's a success.
Well, you're pure genius.
And you made it all possible.
You certainly have my recommendation.
I have to write this up. If you have any problems, you let me know.
Oh, I think my problems are over, Doctor.
Then goodbye and good luck.
Oh, Dr. Warren, thank you. Thank you for everything. I will never forget you. Can you believe this? It's wonderful.
Congratulations.
Oh, I can go to Pine Valley and hold my head high now. And my daughter, Amanda, she's going to be proud of her mother. And Trevor...
What about Trevor?
Well, he's not going to be repelled by me anymore. I mean, I'm not some mutated version of Natty. I'm me. I'm just me.
I know you said ixnay to the ice cream, eh? But Bianca came up with this very hot fudge. What? What happened? You know, you're making too much out of this.
No, I'm not. I couldn't help myself. I eavesdropped. That was stupid.
No, it couldn't have been that bad.
Oh, it's worse than that. It's worse than I thought. It's a lot worse.
Hey.
I don't even want to hear the word marriage. Neither do I. Hayley and I are not engaged, tying the knot, or eloping, okay? We're happy with the status quo.
Well, at least you have some sense.
But if I was doing the proposal thing, I sure as hell wouldn't be asking your permission.
It's a good thing, because I wouldn't be giving it.
Such a sucker for true love, Adam. It gets me right here.
Why'd you set me up like that?
Like what?
Saying you had something urgent to talk to me about. We have only one thing in common, and that's my daughter. So what else could be so urgent?
Treasure. That's what. A king's ransom, and it could be all yours.
Adam needs you. Let's go.
Why? What's wrong? Is he hurt?
He was down in the tunnels checking on them to see if the snow we had this winter did any damage, and all of a sudden he just collapsed. He was down there screaming when I found him.
Is it as hard as he in ICU?
No, it's not as hard.
Are you sure?
Yeah, it's his legs. He had some sort of relapse. I mean, he can move them, but just barely.
That's really strange. What did the doctor say?
There is no doctor. He wouldn't budge. He's still in the tunnel.
Why didn't you call an ambulance? Get out.
Well, wait a minute. I wanted to call an ambulance, but he wouldn't let me. He had a cow. You know he won't go anywhere near an ambulance or a wheelchair ever again.
Well, if he's hurt...
You know, Adam, he won't let anybody help him. He wouldn't let anybody near him. He was just sitting there in the tunnel insisting that I leave him alone, and when I wouldn't go, he started screaming bloody murder. Finally, I left. But that's where he is now. You have to help me. Come on.
There isn't anything I can do. I can't convince him. If I went over there, I would only make things worse.
No, you wouldn't. Please, look, this is a family emergency, okay? A family crisis.
Okay, I'll go.
Yeah, if anybody can talk to me.
No.
Look, why not?
I wanted to call Uncle Stuart, too, but Adam wouldn't let me. It just made him angrier.
Well, I'm not afraid of Adam's temper.
Yeah, well, I'm not afraid of Adam's temper either. Look, when he ordered me to leave, I left, and I heard him whisper your name. He doesn't know I heard him, but I did. I heard him say, Gloria, where are you when I need you?
He said that?
Yes. He wants you, Gloria. I mean, you've got to come and get him out of there. He's just going to sit in that tunnel. I can't leave him there all night. And if you were to go, well, then he'd just yell conspiracy, and he wouldn't let anyone else near him. Please, look, I don't know what else to do, Gloria. Just please come with me. You can consider it a medical house call, but please, you have to come.
Great.
Wait.
No, we don't have time.
Don't go. Hayley isn't telling the truth.
Oh, what a beautiful day. The tulips are in full bloom. I can't imagine a prison yard overflowing with tulips.
Did you hear what I just said, Erica?
I'm going to have the gardener plant more. They are so beautiful.
It sounds to me like you're just ducking the issue now.
Not really. I'm just trying to say thank you. Because without you, I wouldn't be free to enjoy this beautiful day or every beautiful day for the rest of my life. Jack, I want to return the favor. I want you to be free to enjoy the rest of your life.
The rest of my life without you. Some favor.
Look, everything's been said that can be. I mean, you're my lawyer. You're my good friend. Adding anything else to that list is impossible. Jack, I have my life to rebuild. I have to do that on my own. You have a marriage you don't want to leave. So can't we just leave it at that?
We can. We should. But nobody ever said it was going to be easy.
I certainly never did.
Well, there's only one thing to do.
Well, I don't like the sound of this.
I gotta do it, and I gotta do it tonight.
Why don't you just forget the whole damn thing?
I'm gonna offer Jack an escape clause. He's gotta feel free to do what he wants to do.
Dumbest thing I ever heard.
What do you want to bet Jack isn't gonna think it's so dumb?
I'm not betting on your life. I don't think you should either. Why do you want to get rid of a husband who you don't want to get rid of and he doesn't want to be gotten rid of?
No, look, my mind's made up on this. He deserves to be happy. That's all I ever wanted.
And he's going to be happy with Erica? Has Erica ever made Jack happy? Erica just makes Jack crazy.
Well, maybe he likes crazy. Did you ever consider that?
Do you have any idea how many times Jack has sworn he's going to be a bachelor forever? 1,000,000 gazillion times. Then you come along, he decides to throw it in for the long haul with you. Doesn't that say anything to you?
Well, maybe the long haul has turned out to be longer and heavier than he thought it was going to be. And I don't want him to stay with me just because the Boy Scout handbook says he ought to. If he wants to go, he should go.
Jack's a big boy. If he wants out, he knows how to ask for the door, and he ain't asking. Why? Because he wants to stay with you. He's happy with what he's got. Sure, this old flame comes along, he gives her a couple of peeps, it yanks his crank, but it doesn't mean anything.
Well, they're still out there. He's forgotten I'm even here.
No. I think our hostess has probably forgotten we're here, but our man Jack, no way.
Well, it's his decision, then. We'll see what he says.
Don't do it. Don't do anything. Whatever was said out there, you're blowing it totally out of proportion.
Look, I don't care what you think. I gotta do this. I'm gonna tell Jack, and I'm gonna tell him tonight.
What exactly are you going to tell Jack?
So, in tracking down the Civil War artifact for our client, I had to do some major digging through his archives. Fascinating stuff, all about the Underground Railroad. Your house wasn't just any stop, you know. It was Grand Central Station.
Yes, that's right. So there's a whole network of tunnels running through the estate. I don't need a history lesson from you. What's this about a treasure?
I'm getting to that. Okay, so I'm digging around in these musty files, and I come across a stack of letters written by the original owner of this house, Sebastian Drake, major funder for the Underground Railroad. Hundreds of slaves made it to Canada because of this guy's pocket.
Didn't he give all his money away?
Now, in one of the letters, he wrote that he was worried that the authorities were closing in on it. They were going to confiscate all his money and shut the railroad down. So, good old Sebastian buried a chest of gold in a wall in one of the tunnels.
That was centuries ago. He or somebody must have taken it out by now.
I don't think so. Sebastian died 2 days after he wrote this letter, and the person that got the letter was arrested.
And you think you're the only other person who's read this letter since then. I'm supposed to waste my valuable time based on your interpretation of some tattered old notes. Well, you want to go looking around in the dark? Go ahead, be my guest.
Well, I've already done some looking around in the dark thanks to Hayley, and I found something.
What, dirt?
No, a place with a stone is different.
And?
Well, I couldn't move the stone without a crowbar. So I thought I should talk to you before I go tearing your place apart.
You'd take my treasure right out of here in a minute, wouldn't you? If there were a treasure.
Well, finders keepers. I mean, it's a big hunk of rock, could hold a big chest. And if I found it, I could support a wife, a whole lot of kids.
Keep dreaming.
I wonder what a chest of gold coins would be worth today. Must be a pretty nice piece of change. But I mean, if you're not up for it, you know, it's your loss. You know, I bet if I found that, I'd be richer than you. Well, you want in? Last chance.
Look, I did find Adam sprawled across the ground in the tunnel, claiming he had some sort of relapse. I knew that it was pure bull, but I wanted to see where this story was leading, so I played along with it. And then your name came up, and boom, it all clicked.
Well, what did he say?
Something about how he'd deign to see you if you cared enough to spend the time.
If he wants to see me, all he has to do is pick up a phone. He knows that.
I know, that would make sense, wouldn't it? But this is Adam. It's like I told you the other night. He wants you to come to him, but he's too proud to ask you to come. So this way, with this story, as ridiculous as it is, he doesn't have to make the first move, and he gets to save face.
You went to all that trouble just to get me there?
It's my dad.
Is this another lie?
No, it's the truth. I swear, my trust fund, that it's the truth. Look, this is your chance. Don't you want another chance with Adam?
Yes, I do.
Well, then let's go. I'll drive. What, now what? What's the matter? My father is laying in a dirty, filthy tunnel.
If this is another trick.
It isn't.
What do you think, Stuart? Is Hayley telling the truth? Should I go to Adam?
Uncle Stuart, please tell her this is the real deal, that it's the truth this time. You can tell.
Is she making up this crazy story just to try to force something that's never going to happen?
Please, Uncle Stuart, for Adam's sake, I mean, for everybody's sake involved, will you just please tell her that I'm not lying? I mean, he made up a phony story to get you to come home, so why don't you just come?
I know it sounds crazy, but Adam's faked bigger things than this to get what he wants.
Right, a phony collapse is a small potato.
You know, I was just complaining about how proud he is.
So you believe her?
Oh, Hayley could be telling the truth.
Could be. Could be. What? You can't tell?
Well, there's one thing I can